All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome to DGT. I am your host, DGT or Fern, whichever you guys want to call me. Now, back to this episode. As you saw in the title, are we in a renaissance in golf? And the answer is yes, guys. The answer is absolutely yes. To all of you guys who are Gen X like me and had watched Tiger coming out, had seen his career advance, and we were hyped up back in 97, 98, 99. I didn't get into golf till about 1998. It's going to sound weird to you guys, but I was married to my high school sweetheart. We went through a divorce, and I went to live with one of my aunt because I was a young 24-year-old, 23, 24-year-old. Or I could be wrong on my date, a 26-year-old. I can't remember now. Forgive me. We'll do the math later. No money, nowhere to go. Went to live with my aunt and my cousin, and it was my cousin, Carlos, who got me into the sport, and I ended up loving it. And we're going to talk about all that when I do an episode on the course with my Frankenstein, and we'll talk about all the clubs I've had before and things like that. But if you're a Gen X right now who is just like me, very competitive, not only in the workplace, but overall, now is the time at 2025 to get into the sport. Now is the time to start a YouTube channel, get out there, start golfing, and enjoying what you used to love before. We are no longer at the mercy of the old guard. We are no longer gripped by the PGA. You saw, and again, guys, I'm not going to get into whether you like the PGA or live golf. I like golf overall, and to be honest with you, if golf is the true democracy that it is, there wouldn't be these battles between the live and the PGA folks. We should all come together because golf is a true democracy. So with that said, guys, I want to say this. Yes, we are in a renaissance. We no longer are, and forget about if you think that there's old white man gatekeeping. That's not it. The gatekeepers are the PGA. They're, and you know what? These guys from Good Golf, I don't know any of them. They're not sponsored here. I don't know Grant Hobart. I don't know any of those guys. They paved the way for all of us, and it seems like this renaissance came right after COVID. So, like I said, I started my channel in 2017. Like, you can look at the date of the channel created. I only posted one, but then I walked away from the game. And guys, if you hear background noises, I'm in a parking lot in a mall because the missus had to go get some things. I decided I wanted to shoot this episode with you guys. It's just been brutal. When you live here in Miami, it's just brutal, the weather around this time of the year because of hurricane season and things like that. We're not in a hurricane, but it's just been raining every day. I know this is a golf channel and I should be out there, but guys, I know, rain or shine, I got to get out there, but I've just been really, really busy. So forget about that. What I wanted to say is one of the reasons we're in a golf renaissance is if you're a Gen Xer like me and getting into the golf back again, or you've been in it and you need to turn on, you're exposing and being a local celebrity in your area. Now, I didn't get this line. I actually got this from a channel that I found that I really liked his content too. 18 Holes of Misery. And I'm going to give all these guys that I'm going to mention here some shout outs because of them, of their inspiration. Now, by the time you're watching this video, I've got 344 days before my challenge. So what have I been doing all this time? Well, getting my equipment back on again, getting used to the gripping, working out. I've actually been doing bands and started walking and running. One of the things that I've been doing also for the mental game, and I'm not sponsored by any of these guys, but like I said in my Instagram post, modern problems require modern, up-to-date solutions. So if you're watching this, you'll see this. I don't know if it's backwards. I don't know, but it's called Wicked Smart Golf 2 by Michael Leonard. I'm not sponsored by him. I'm not sponsored by 18 Holes of Misery or any of those guys. But these guys have opened the way for us so we don't have to wait for the gatekeepers like the PGA who are doing that. These people are paving the way. And you can see it by the Creator Classic. You can see it by the Barstool Internet Classic. I think he called it Dave Parvo, whatever his name is. Guys, there's opportunities out there. So much so. And so, what have I been doing the last 20 days? Not only reopen this channel again, not only getting myself back fit for my tournament against my best friend, not only that, but I've been reading books for the mental game while it's been raining. All I've been doing is watching golf, getting back into the swing of things. But I'm going to tell you this, guys. I no longer feel the same like I did before. I now watch more YouTube golf than I did the Golf Channel. Back then, I used to watch the Golf Channel like crazy. And I used to put on my schedule when the big break would come. But now that we've got folks like you and me out there doing it, now I'm going to be honest with you. Now I no longer am watching the PGA or the Golf Channel. I just turn into YouTube, and whatever pops up, what I'm recommending, that's how I'm finding your channels and things like that. So why am I also getting out there? Because after this tournament is over, I've got other ideas that I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be honest with you. I want this channel because of you guys to grow, because I want to be out there rubbing shoulders with the greats. And I don't mean PGA players. I mean people like you. People like Grant Harvard, not sponsored by him. These 3 wonderful channels that I've been watching all the times, or 4 channels. I want to play against Johnny Golf. I want to play against Muskrat Golf, I think is their channel. I'll put all that there. But their styles of collecting golf balls, and I like to get out there. I've seen their videos. They've got these great courses out there. I want to definitely play with Josh Mayer. Now, Josh has these things where he takes either his dad or friends or average people and tries to get them XYZ break 80 golfers. So Josh, if you're into my challenge, please take me under your wing and try to make me break 80 before August 15th of next year. And then last but not least, I want to play with giants like 18 Holes of Misery. These are, and there's a lot of plenty of channels out there, guys, that I've been falling in love with, watching their content, trying to get back into it, and it inspires me to grab my camera. Now, the other day, I did go out to Granada, where is my home course, to practice, and I did the most Joe Swoll thing. I wanted to make sure that I respect the golf etiquette. So I went in there to the pro shop, not trying to shoot myself in the foot, because there's an old saying that says, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. But in this case, I talked to the guys in there at the clubhouse. I talked to the store and the people who set up the game for you. And I told them what I was doing. I told them about the bet. Now, they weren't jumping off the ceilings with my idea, but they all asked me is, keep up with play and respect the other patrons. Make sure they're not on camera if they don't want to be there. And if it ruins your video for that day, try to see where you film it where you don't have anybody there, or turn off the camera. And I was gung-ho for that. So with that said, guys, do you feel that us Gen Xers are in a renaissance of golf? Do you feel like we're back to in the 60s where it was the golden age of golf? Do you feel that we're now entering? Right now, I saw the other day a channel that said we are, and I believe, it was the 18 Holes of Misery. I think he did the video, and I'm not trying to take his thunder, because I even told him in the chat that I had filmed an episode like this, but I had to scrap it because it was too much noise. But I had the same concept and the same idea. So guys, let me know your thoughts. Tell me what you're thinking. Let me know if you agree with me, if we are in that renaissance. Let me know if that's what we are. And with that said, guys, as soon as the days clear up, I'll start doing more content out on the course, because I definitely got to start getting out there. The mental game alone is not it. I've been doing some putting in the office, trying to get there. But I've also been doing mental gaming, where I know by heart Granada, where I used to play, and I try to picture myself on each shot so I can start practicing. So with that said, guys, please, I'm a big fan of the comments. Let me know so we can engage and talk. And with that said, guys, I'm out of here. We'll talk, and I will catch all of you guys on the next one. So here's some golf besitos. Love you guys.